Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Anne's mic is on. I just remembered to press record. This is me,
shit. No,
and shit. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta. All right, so you really gotta be careful with that.
All right. Okay. Pardonnez-moi, friends. Okay. Now we're unthreaded. French butter,
Okay, here we
cream,
go.
vanilla is what I'm seeing right now.
What's the chat even talking
Oh
about
my
right
god. Can I have some, please?
now? Okay.
Thank you. Actually, I'm making
Empanadas, that
a
sounds
kombucha
good.
spritzer at the moment.
All right.
I'm about to add the kombucha to the seltzer.
Nice.
Yes, stand by.
All right. Where is? Oh yeah. Got a few too many things. I've got some new hoop shoes coming, y'all. I know y'all know the excitement of new hoop shoes.
Oh, which ones did you choose?
I got some Pumas, baby. Although yeah, I know. I don't know. I want to say something that might shock friends of mine.
Controversial?
Yeah.
Oh.
You ready?
Oh my God. Okay.
Actually, I'm just going to put it on you because I want to see your face
Sneaker
when I say this.
controversy. Sneaker rebellion. The sneakers rebellion.
I'm thinking about switching brands. Yeah, I know. I knew that would freak you the hell out. I am thinking of switching to Adidas.
We need to talk about this.
I know,
I think that you need to take the pulse of the community, take your reputation seriously.
Did I just do that thing where you deliver big news in front of company just so they don't overreact? I did, didn't I? My hair is short. Yeah, I know. Rita, maybe it's been a minute since. Yeah, no, my hair is short, y'all.
Max is changing his style. He's just changing it up.
Yeah.
He's moving into a new era.
Hey, there's Jordan.
Yes. The gang.
No, you don't need to say you're sorry. I mean, I think that's the brand I'm going to switch to, and I think it's because Adidas makes wider footwear. I have wide
about the
feet.
width.
Yeah, it's a width thing.
We've got some wide feet people out there. I know it. And I have regular feet, but my mom has narrow feet, and I think they also suffer.
Really?
I think narrows and wides, yes. I think it's very difficult to find narrows and wides.
I guess the point that Anna and I are making is don't be born weird. It's just too hard.
Just don't diverge from the norm. That's what we're about, as you can see. Just, straight down the middle. Just don't draw attention to yourself. Anything like that. Just put your head down and conform.
That's exactly what we're saying. It's like belief, strength, grace / conform. Welcome to HoopPath.
Keep up with the Joneses.
Stop
That's
trying to
the
be so
tagline
unique
of this
and special.
podcast.
Yeah, everybody's like way too late. Yeah, look at tell you, of course. Clearly we are. Everybody's like, man, you missed that one by like the time I was 5 years old. Hey, there's Rachel. Hey, Rachel.
Hey.
Way too late. Yeah, you probably wouldn't be tuning into a HoopPath class every week if you didn't embrace not being normal.
The most self-styled people that you'll ever
7-Eleven.
find.
I want to make sure I stay on track. I realized that I keep a clock here. I don't know if y'all can see.
Oh, yeah.
No, they can't see it.
Oh, another one. Okay, the one that faces you.
I keep
Bax
a clock
prepared.
so that
Bax
y'all know
prepared,
that.
yes.
Oh, look at the green screen picking
We
up
are
the
the
green on the clock.
divergent tribe.
Oh wow! Wow, look at that. Yeah.
Ooh.
Everybody.
Tech discoveries.
Everybody at home is like, wow, he has an RGB clock. What a nerd. I do though.
Max is a gearhead,
I am a
think
gearhead.
He's sort of coming out of the closet about that.
All right. Well, I hope you guys
commend
are benefiting from that gearheadness. I hope that the streams are looking good.
For sure, we do benefit.
We had a major breakthrough on the last class with tech. I mean, look how. I mean, just look at this color. Anne no longer looks like a psychopath. Well, that was never you.
It was a
that
struggle.
Was me.
Everybody,
that was me.
all the hate mail.
Yeah.
about the red glare in my eyes.
Yeah, but now I
and
think
how
we've
scared
got
people
now
were.
I think we've got you dialed in, everything looking good. And then before we start, I just want to say shout out to a person that watches on replay and messages me on Instagram, and she correctly identified the changes that I had made to the stream. Which
Nice.
are I changed some of the opening slides. There's a new format. So there's not the green bar going around. So
Nice.
she must know a little bit about what we're talking about because she was like, you changed the overlays, so she knew exactly what I had done, and that's kind of a technical term. So I'm glad. Anyway, you win. See, like on my screen, I'm jittery right now. Are y'all?
Am I jittery?
On the screen, not in real life. We know I'm jittery in real life. I had my first therapy appointment today.
Thomas!
Yeah, I had my first. I mean, not first
God!
ever. Not first ever. Just like first in a few years. Yeah, I'm doing therapy, y'all. I'm doing it.
I am having a peak moment right now, and I
Yeah.
just thank you. I love you.
So you're forgiving me from switching to Adidas. Now we're back on
Yeah.
good terms.
You're forgiven. Forget that's all erased.
Anyway, she was asking me a survey question. This is hilarious, y'all. If you know me, you'll know this is hilarious. She goes, "Okay, it's a survey question. It's just, she goes, how often do you worry?" And I go, "Well, what are my choices?" And she was like, "Never, 2 times a week, most days of the week, or every day."
Oh.
And I was like, yeah. If you knew me, you could just go ahead and circle every day.
Yes.
So, y'all, I am taking on my anxiety. Mental health is real, and I'm
Yes.
going to take on my anxiety instead of thinking that I can just breathe my way through it. I'm going to take it on. So if you struggle with some sort of, condition or whatever you would call that in the most unlimiting way, I'm with you, but I want to do something about mine. So, so anyway, and I don't want it to include drinking.
Amen.
So that's a big reason. All right, let's hoop.
Hear, hear.
So yeah, so the opening music is on my iTunes, and because y'all didn't hear that, that means that iTunes is being weird. Like it's so
iTunes
weird on
been
my computer
fussy.
right now. What?
It's been fussy. iTunes
It has
been
been
fussy on
fussy.
your computer.
Yeah, it's so weird right now that it only has a partial window of it. It's not even the full window of iTunes. It's just where you select the music. It's weird.
It's probably becoming kind of obsolete, sadly, I think. I think a lot of other
and I'm on a
services-
PC.
Yeah.
The downside about Apple is they just encourage so much brand loyalty that it's kind of, you wind up spending way too much money. All right, let's get going. I'm ready to hoop.
All right.
And so bear with me on this song. I didn't have a go-to sway song picked out. Yeah, I turned it on at the end there. I went to SoundCloud. That's why it sounded different. Okay, sorry for all the talking. I wanted to update you guys on my life, and Anna and I were kind of cutting up. But we will get going now. And this sounds like it'll work. Wow.
Sorry.
Man. Okay. All right. Audible breath in. Oh. That's weird. Okay. Audible breath in. I had an interesting moment in my therapy session today. This was my first one. therapist said to me, she said, "I hope you don't mind me offering these diagnoses." And she said, "But sometimes it feels good to be diagnosed." And I think she was afraid that I wouldn't understand what she meant, but I knew exactly what she meant because I was feeling it. Because by diagnosing me, she wasn't putting me in a box, she wasn't limiting me, but she was helping me see the lens that I see through the world. She was helping me see the operating system beneath my thoughts. And honestly, it felt good to feel like I was somewhere people had been before, because that means that maybe I'm not lost. It felt good to know that there are years and years of study about this place I'm in. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Open, open, open. Audible breath in. I actually this morning woke up and had an awesome, well, I guess meditation. And it's the kind of thing every one of us wants to do, but we never do. I never do it. I never have a morning like this, but for some reason today, laying in bed before I put my feet on the ground, I was just like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to list the things that I'm grateful for. I'm actually going to do it right now. I'm not just going to talk about like it's a great idea or pretend that there's an imaginary list that's already written. I'm going to write it, and I just started doing it. And for our last minute and a half of sway, I invite you just to do it, just to close your eyes, keep swaying, keep doing whatever you're doing, and just in your mind, don't take the easy way out and just start naming things. For me, I use the mantra this morning of I am grateful for, so that was my rhythm. I am grateful for this house. I am grateful for my friend Anne. I am grateful that I have the health I do. I am grateful that I have a job that pays the bills. And the most beautiful thing happened for me today, and I hope you understand my sentiment, but I began to be grateful for things I had done, for qualities I had worked on. Audible breath in. So as you say your list in your mind, I invite you to include all that comes up. Audible breath in. I want 30 more seconds. That was an extra long sway. Alright, let's make sure the chat and everything is working so that I'm not... Man, I just had one of those get lost myself sways where I was off in La La Land. Okay, it looks like the chat's working. Do you want to say anything yet?
I just sunk down into the floor, and that felt really good. And I kind of seldom do that, and a lot of the reason has been my right hip, and it's been kind of like too tight to really sink down to the floor comfortably, and so that's another sign of like healing that place, and it's another thing I'm extremely grateful for. Yeah, thank you for that invitation. That was really powerful.
Yeah, well, I totally mean it. I have a book next to my bed. I wrote them daily for a year. No, sweet. Yeah, totally. Yeah. So I think Claire is the only one that watches on Tuesday night. Yeah. Anyway, I think you're the only one that watches on Tuesday night that's not from this or not doesn't live in the United States. I think. Well, Rita, actually, I don't.
Some other.
Actually, I don't know what Rita's official citizenship is. I know you spend a lot of time in Mexico.
Don't we have some different time zones?
Anyway, the third most important person in the U.S. government today was ousted by their own party. And it's just the craziness. No, stop. I don't want to get political. It's just the craziness of U.S. politics right now is just crazy. Six people removed the third most important U.S. official. Okay. All right. Let's go. I don't want to talk politics. I'm not getting political. I think it's okay to mention things without jumping into politics. All right, Ann, don't do it. Let's move into songs Baxter likes. How are you feeling, Ann? As far as do you have any sort of requests for where we go?
Well, we talked about it before.
Oh, the heart.
Yes.
That's right. That is right. Actually, I have a good song for that. I think it's this one.
Damn it, there it is again.
No, that's not it. Sorry. Oh, it's here. I think it's this one. Man, this iTunes window is so crazy. Wow, I'm just realizing I don't have it. Okay, this will work. Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit. What Ann was mentioning was about heart. Hey, Alex is there. Sweet.
Bless you, Alex.
Oh, okay. A U.S. Okay, cool. Okay, so this little picture I have of the heart. I went to a festival this weekend. I thought a lot about my heart, both the physical one, the Atman one, and the emotional one. And, of course, as I've mentioned before, my dad believed you had many hearts. But I want to talk about the physical heart right now. And I thought we would start off with a kind of stretchy opening exercise. And I'll show you from above because you might get a sense of this better. But articulating the rib cage, like imagining the heart pushing the rib cage around, like I think you can sort of see it in the bird's eye. Hey, hey, Alex. You can sort of see it in the bird's eye. And so what I thought we would do for our opening exercise as a way of warming up, but also a way of opening to dance, is putting the emphasis on heart center. Like you can imagine that the heart center is a light and you're in a dark room and you're moving it around, whatever, you can be inside of it or outside of it, whatever perspective you have, but imagining your heart center. And I'll give you some, we'll do some calling during all this so you can sort of understand what I'm talking about. I did. Was that you? Wow, Ann's ankle just cracked very, very loudly. It sounded like a stick just broke. You okay? It never fails when someone has a major health incident, a scare, or a major health crisis in their life, that they talk about how life got serious, that they really understood the value of things. And implied in their story usually is like, so don't wait until you have a horrible diagnosis or until you are so injured that it's major for you to appreciate and be grateful for your body. This needs to be louder. My awareness is at the physical location of where I think my heart is. And that's my prop right now, moving that thing around. I don't want to nerd out too much, but if you think about a rock step, that's a very heart center move, right? Like it's like you're sending the heart out there and then pulling it back. That's like the rock step. Nice, Ann's doing it right now. She's doing a good job of. So I'll give you guys a little bit more of me and her and I. No, her and me. Nice. Okay, that's a good one. Here, I'm gonna give him a little bit more. one of the things that one of the things that helped me is like I've always wanted to use my legs. I've always wanted to bend more, but lowering my heart center helped me actually do that than just telling myself to bend more. I would just think to myself, okay, I just want to lower my center of gravity. And that I sort of located that center of gravity, right or wrong, at my heart. What's that? Oh, that's not right. Okay. All right. Man, I dug that one. I dug the song. I was digging the exercise.
Love Elanerio. She's a goddess.
Yeah.
And I had an interesting feeling at the end I wanted to share was that towards the end there when I was doing more circling of the rib cage, which I ultimately moved into and wanted to just practice more. But I was really then, after like several revolutions in each direction, I started to find my lower spine in a totally different way. Like I became, because part of the issue with my, like I've always had haven't been able to feel my middle back. And the more that I heal, the more that I can feel there. But then it was like I was feeling the whole, because I used to not be able to make a full circle of my hips. But it was like circling the heart was leading me into my hips and lower spine.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like for me too, it's like I didn't start lowering until I started thinking of my heart dropping. Like my heart getting low. All right.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna just hop all over the place. We are going to talk a little bit about core hooping, but maybe we'll do one more Ayla song.
Yes.
Digging her
Ayla.
into some balancing. I got some balancing there. Very at peace. Sweet. Yeah. Well, I want to kind of stay with the heart thing.
Stay with the heart.
I want to see if we can make a connection that I can make. We're going to go back to what we've been doing the last 3 classes as a way of building onto them. But this is something I think we won't do this for very long, but we'll do this for a second.
Oh, yeah, cat-cow.
So let's see if we can spin the hoop or move the hoop off body and connect it to the heart center. And we've done this before. This won't be the first time we've made this. Oh, yeah, we're going to do shoulder hooping. Louis, so shoulder hooping is coming up next, related to the heart center. Hey there, Jennifer. Welcome. But what we're going to do right now is work on our weaves and rolls. This will be a short exercise. It'll just be like 3 minutes or so. But connecting the heart center to that. For me, it changed and it helped me grace up, right? Because instead of thinking about what my hands are doing, instead of thinking about what my feet are doing, I'm thinking about what my heart is doing. My physical heart, like where is it in space? And that change of focus kind of gets out of the way or helps like thought get out of the way of my hands and feet. And so instead of thinking about what am I doing with my wrist or my hands, I'm thinking about my heart center right now. Like if it were lit up, you guys would be seeing it going forward and backward. Or if I was in a vertical roll, you would see it bouncing up and down. It just adds like that much more speed and power to your hooping too. So let's see what we can do. And I also want you to use your own technique. So yeah, I was suggesting some techniques, but like you were mentioning in the comments, do whatever feels good, but see if you can, go with me on this kind of exploration of the physical area of your heart. I am feeling that. I also danced my ass off this weekend.
As a wave across the land, we are moving, moving. This ain't no phase that change these bodies make in the way they are. Facing forward, shoulder to the stone, talent of moving. It takes one step, takes your voice, it takes your voice saying, I am not hearing if you are not naming it. I am not
If
stopping
you drift off, just come back to the heart
Here
center.
are my hands, let's see what they're making. In the morning, the rise of the bridge from all it's been dawning. The vines are pushing through the pavement. We were born of burning hearts. We are tapping off the reins. From the ground up we will build it. From the clouds above we'll rain it. From the crowd up we will raise it. From the ground up.
Alright. I said we do 3 minutes of that. So. Oh, that's only 2 minutes. Alright, let's do one more.
You hold the spade to turn new soil. For the coming grace, you hold the plans. No hands but our hands will lead our children. And all that will feed you is a fierce prayer, saying, I am not hearing if you are not naming it. I am not stopping if you are not changing it. Here are my hands, let's see what they're making. In the morning, the rise up.
Any thoughts?
It was hard for me to stay with weaving, but it was very fruitful when I would go back to it. I found if I wouldn't stray too far away from it.
Like a lot of times in these classes, y'all, it's like with an exercise like that, what I'm trying to do, what my hope is to help build a creative container for you so that you can start to find new movements without looking for them. And I've noticed just changing your focus can change, and you'll either develop the techniques you have, and sometimes you just find new ways of moving by just putting your focus on something else, something like unconventional. And so part of the way that I teach is exercises like that, that aren't particularly techy, but they kind of are, like the heart, moving the heart. Like for me, just now, if you still haven't found me, like, I was noticing that a lot of my swings and breaks, like they crisped up if I would stop the momentum of my heart rather than like trying to think so much about my hand. Like if I'm doing these, I was just noticing that, let's see, where was I? Okay, yeah. And y'all probably can't see it, but like what it feels like is that like the hoop is a kite and I am grounded at my heart center flying this kite. Does that make sense at all?
Mm-hmm.
Did I get too English, teacher?
No, I like it.
Okay, let's do some core hooping, because that's really what this whole thing is about. I want to make sure I place... Is this what I wanted? Oh, actually, I think I want to go back up to this other one. Well, let's see, this might work. Oh, sweet. Ah, sweet, Amanda. Good, that's the other. I mean, gosh, is that not like the other super benefit of movement exercises? Okay, here we go. Let me start this over. On SoundCloud, some tracks are just louder than other tracks. Okay. We're on the waist. If you don't like core hooping, you can just do your own thing for the next 10 minutes. I love core hooping, so we're going to do it. So here's what we can do with the heart center. Let's imagine now that your heart center has a beam running through it. You can be hippie and make it a beam of light. You can make it a portal. You can make it whatever. You can make it a stripper pole. You can make it anything you want to that is running down through the heart in a nonviolent way, connecting the ground to the sky. And then in your core hooping, you can imagine moving around that pole. So like around that center that the hoop, that your heart center is created. Oh, okay. Now you can imagine that inside of you there is maybe a ball or something that is rolling around the shell of you. So you can imagine like you're this empty shell and the ball is rolling around you. And then it's rolling, while it's rolling around and touching your skin, it's rolling around this center column. Oh, that's nice. Let's turn that up. Now, this might be too far out there for you to grasp, but even though the hoop is on my waist right now, my heart is playing a central role in how it feels that the hoop is moving, right? It feels like my heart is creating this column of push, and that column of push is stirring the hoop, it's moving it in whatever way. And I can step and I can unroot and do all those things. And then when I want to speed up the hoop, I can tighten that orbit around the heart's column, and the hoop will speed up. Now, you don't have to do this if you're not ready, but if I bring the hoop up to chest hooping, right? So way up here, my arms up, I can really feel the engagement of the heart center, and suddenly I start to think of my heart center as moving my rib cage around, and my rib cage becomes this very movable thing that is moving around. Its shape is perfect for me to keep the hoop up. And I'm rolling my heart underneath that. When I get tired of chest hooping, I can drop my arms in and I'm up here at shoulder hooping. But what we're going to focus on is keeping the heart center going, right? So instead of using my arms like this, I'm going to use my heart center. My arms are just going to stay out loose down here. Talked in past classes about pulses. A pulse is can be created with just that rock step, that heart pull, that it's like you're pushing the heart out and then snapping the heart back, and that can create like a pulse. if you've been hooping a while or you're really good at shoulder hooping, it's fun, if you don't already, it's fun to really play with different type of motions and kind of force that motion into your shoulder hoop. And this heart focus that we're talking about can help you ground that way. For instance, I can imagine like, okay, I want to shoulder hoop, but I also want to like be pulling, you know, like something into the heart center. I'm just going to imagine I'm miming or something and I'm pulling something into the heart center. So I can bring that kind of motion in, or I can imagine like I'm pushing like out, like I'm exhaling. And then of course there's everything in between, and so I can ground into my heart center, like thinking like, okay, the hands are still like, they're the kites of the heart center now. Nice. Okay. All right, we'll go 40 more seconds. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I'm really enjoying like stepping into a springy step. So I'm up here at the shoulders and just stepping into a springy step, like knowing that that foot is going to push me back. That's a good 4 minutes. That's probably good. I think of my arms starting at the heart instead of the shoulders. Nice, nice, Louisa. Getting the stalls and spins down better lately. Sweet. And Jennifer likes the music. Is the music showing up? I think it's showing up. It won't be on this screen, but hopefully it's showing up on. And it's SoundCloud. I'll post a. I may not be able to post a link actually, so just screenshot a song you like. Ann, did you want to say anything?
Oh, I was just loving it, and I was connecting to my heart center. And particularly when I was trying to I liked that pulling suggestion, because then I started to pull my hands into the current like every other revolution, and it helped me connect with my heart. Just sort of bringing my hands closer to my heart.
Nice. Turn my mic off there. Yeah. Do you want to do? How tired are you? I'm going kind of hard.
I'm okay. I think I'm gonna get some more water though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Keep going.
I think we should do. When this will be our last high energy song. If you have to bail on this, you can. Angle hooping, especially at the shoulders, is really where all this heart center talk can, I think, really be useful and really help you. Lots of breaks at the shoulders. You like that pull suggestion? Sweet. Yeah, and of course, you know, I really like what I think is happening here. Thank you guys for the music. I didn't make it, but I'll post a link to it. These are from my I likes, or my likes. What was this? Yeah, angle hooping, right. So what happens with angle hooping is that if you employ only one part of the body, it's really athletic, and it's athletic anyway, but it's insanely athletic. If you're only moving this shoulder, or you're only moving this shoulder, or if you're only moving this. And so what helps is to have like a unified focus or a focus that unifies all of that movement. And the heart center can really help you do that. Where again, like I'm imagining like my heart center is a light, and if I was in a room, you would be able to see that light move around. What happens with some people when they learn shoulder hooping until they get good at it is that they're only moving one thing. That heart center is basically staying exactly the same, and it's hard to get enough momentum to keep a hoop going like that with just one arm or one body part. But if I get my whole core going, it becomes a lot less athletic the more you hoop, right? Anne kind of learned, I know this because I was there, but Anne sort of started with this kind of gallop thing, right, to develop her angle hooping. But if I'm galloping, do you see how my heart is moving? And it's even kind of like in a good hoop rhythm as well, right? Like it's hitting the corners that we talked about.
It's a 1, 2, 3, da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you kind of hit.
Yeah, let me
like a vertical triangle in a way. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Okay, well let's do some angle hooping. And I did not have a song queued up for this. I don't listen to a lot of good angle hooping song on SoundCloud, so we'll just see what I can find super fast.
Hip hop.
Yeah, hip hop would be good. I don't know, like I'm just looking through my likes right now, so what is this? No, okay, that's not actually. It's great yoga music, but maybe not good. No, okay. Sorry. This one might work for an angle. Yeah, I think this would work for an angle. No, this is going to be this is intermediate to advanced angle hooping going on, right? To this beat. What's that? Anne's going to start on the neck. We totally recommend you starting on the neck. I'll show you what she's doing. Well, now she's on the shoulders. Liar. So she's on the neck, and you can kind of see that like her heart center would be moving around, right? She's got a good A-frame push, like she's pushing from one leg, and don't let my commentary affect you, Anne, but she's pushing up from one leg through the other shoulder, so she's got left and right and up and down, and it doesn't have to be uniform, but she's got both those things. Heart center totally moving around, and then she drops onto her shoulders at some point, and her heart will keep moving once she finds the rhythm. There she goes. And the heart is going to keep moving. So that's what we're going for. Thank you, Anne, for the awesome demo. Anna's going off, so you'll still be able to see her. She'll be in the corner, but I want to make sure I don't lose anybody on this. So this is the heart center that I'm talking about, and I don't just have up and down going on, but I've got left and right, and that's what Anne has too. That left and right is what is keeping the hoop where you want it to be. Just up and down, and you can do it, but it's not stable. Yeah, the heart center. Nice. Pushing the heart center up. We have 30 more seconds. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But imagining liftoff, right? With the heart center can really change your shoulder hooping. Like, I don't know if you can sort of see it, but instead of pushing down, I'm thinking like pushing up. Thank you, Beyond the Mind. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we're almost at the end of class here. Chop, do you have any-
comment from Beyond the Mind.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I think this is the.
That was exhausting me. I admit it.
Yeah, well, totally, right?
Oh my God.
What I love about getting tired is the impending endorphin rush that's coming and the goodness that I'm about to feel, right? I used to tell people it's like what we complain about in the moment, we brag about in the future. All right, let's. I'll just put some free hoop.
All right,
I kind of like this one. This would be a good one for free hooping. We've had a hard class. Let's just go with some little random chill rab. Thank you guys. Thank you, Beyond.
God bless you.
Yeah. All right, we'll just free hoop from here. And thank you for joining me. I will be back Saturday, definitely, 12 o'clock. Anne may not be here. She just told me. She might be canvassing. And thank you, Joanna. Sweet. All right, I will be here. I'm going to be building my next effigy this weekend, so I'm excited to have a hoop class to inspire me before I begin construction of my largest effigy ever. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm stoked about it. If you have to bounce, we totally understand. This is just a free hoop. It's for people that want to keep going. There's less talking and just a chance to listen to music and be with a bunch of people. You're welcome, Mimi. It's good to see you. Thank you, Jordan. What did Jordan say? I missed that one. When I aim on the shoulders, I focus on the back bottom of my heels. Yeah, good one. It helps so much. If I start to take my focus off my heels, it fails. Oh, thank you, Lauren. Jordan with the comment. Nice. Yeah, very well described. Thank you, Rita. Kick my butt. Yeah, angle hooping's hard. Don't let that ruin your class. There's a bunch of amazing hoopers that don't dig angle hooping. Tara doesn't dig angle hooping. Thanks, Megan. We appreciate it. Circling death in the devil's flow. Thank you, Carla. Enjoy your webinar. Gross cam. It looks like gross. More like shroom cam. hey Rita, we'll be thinking about, yeah, we'll totally, hey Rita, we will totally keep you in our thoughts. As you know, I just went through that myself, and we'll be sending you, we'll keep you in our thoughts and sending you lots of love. In the Quaker world, they say, I'll be holding you in the light. Anyway, our condolences to you and your family. Peace out, y'all.
Dom 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 diddy dom dom diddy dom 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 diddy dom dom diddy dom 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 diddy dom dom diddy dom dom dom. And it goes like ice, finding things to see, letting lullabies, sounds that lamp first sees. And it goes like time, keep us all on track, sending louder cries to keep up the slack. And they go like la la